Hello everyone, welcome to UI Brains and this is Naveen. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the CSS concept that is CSS login form. So let's have a look. Yes, this one. So I have a registration form. So which having username, email, password and the designation. Okay. So let's see how to design this particular registration form using a normal HTML and CSS. So let's have a look. So I have WebStorm loaded. So let me create a folder. Right click new directory 0h css underscore. So register form. Okay. So here I create one HTML file that is index.html and I create one JavaScript style sheet something styles.js. I mean CSS. And here register form and let me connect the style sheet. So link style.css. And I have also started live server. So let me open this in the browser. So here registration form, this it is like this. And so we have to make this thing. So first of all, how to make this icon? You have to make this icon using a website called fontawesomes.com. Okay, I'll just show you. When I go to Google and search for font awesome, when I search font awesome, yes, this is the website where you can find good icons for your website. Yes, this is the website. You can look for a lot of icons here. Yes, so you can find some good icons here. Come on, yeah, these icons. How to add these icons is you need to add one extra CSS file for your page. So how to add these icons is just go to Google and type font awesome CDN. You can find one CDN link, and yes, from here you can find that. Let me copy this. So back to my HTML, I write a link, paste it. Okay, so font awesome 4.7.css. So one CSS file I have connected, and one more thing. See here, icons okay. And what about the form? See, when I refresh the form, I am getting some animation. So some jello animation. So you want to get this animation. There is another third-party module and third-party CSS file that is uh, animate.css. So I'll just show you that one. Go to Google, just say animate css. So this is the website. See, there is one third-party CSS file that is animate.css. So when I select something flash, so it's like flash, pulse, swing, wobble, like different type of animations are available. So if you want to use that animations for your application, you have to download this. So how to download this? There is a download link is given. So click on download. So it is open like this. So let me save. Right click, save as. Let me save it on a desktop. I already have it, so I'll just save it one more time. So now check. I have animate.css. Let me copy. Go to here. I'll just keep in the registration form animate.css. I have to connect that as well. So after that, I'll connect link. Sorry, link and my animate.css for animation. So see here, I have connected two extra files. One is font awesome and one is animate.css. So for font awesome is for to make this icon. You have to create this icon and then animate.css to apply these type of animation. So two things done. So setup ready. So now let's start with the actual application. So here let's make a form with all the fields like username, email, password and designation. So let's start now. So here I'll write a division, the class call register division. Okay, inside I'll write some h2, something called register here, and then I write a form. So I'll give something for the form. I'll give the class called register form. Okay, inside I'll write the label and the text box. So I'll write some other structure. I'll give the class called form group. Inside I'll write a label, username, and you write input type is equal to text and give the class called form control, some my own class name. Fine, let's check. It is like this: username, same like we have email, password, and designation. So let's do that. So this is finished, so paste. This is username, this is email, and type is email, and then username, email, password, and this is password. And let's make another field called designation. So let's make another field with a label designation. Okay, so here it's not input. Let's make a select box. So select. Let me give the class called form control. Okay, inside you have multiple options. Let's make an option with the value just empty. Let's say select a designation. Okay, and below you can write some multiple designations. So let's make something called software engineer, software engineer, and senior software engineer, and tech lead, and senior tech lead, and project manager. Okay, so that's a designation here. So after that you have to make a submit button. So below this I'll write attribution. Inside I'll write input type is equal to submit, and I'll give the value register, and I'll give the class called something submit minus btn button for the styles purpose. Okay, fine. So this is how the structure can be made for the HTML, and let me use some CSS styles to make this like this. Okay, so let me add some styles now. So what's classes? Register division h2, register form, and all this. Okay, let me go to style.css. So first of all, the whole thing is one font family. I write dot register division. I'll give the font family Arial sans serif font change, and let me give some nice background color. That's a combination of background color. I'll go with the background linear gradients, some 45 degrees, comma blue, violet, and some deep pink, some color combination. Yes, I got it. But now I don't want this much width. I have to reduce the width of uh, the container or the division. So how to reduce the width is width some 300 pixels. It is reduce the width. And now I don't want the black color. I want white color. I'll just say color white. Yes. And let me add some space inside. That's the padding. Some 15 pixels padding space. Okay. Um, can I keep that in the center of the page? That's margin auto. Margin auto. It comes center, but I have to give some space above the registration form. So I'll give some 50 pixels and auto. So margin 50 pixels auto. 50 pixels top and bottom, and auto is left and right is auto adjust. It means uh, it comes in center of the page. Okay, and then this register I want to keep it center. So what I do, see, is a h2 tag inside a class register division. So what you do is dot register division space h2. I slightly increase the font size, some 30 pixels, and keep it center. You can say text align center, and done. But this form is slightly bigger, it seems, right? Okay, that's okay, fine. And then username I want, I see username and this text box is side by side, but I have to display one after the other. So I'll do something for the label. So label, you can write in the form group, you have a label tag. So what I do, dot form group space label tag. I can say display block, because label tag comes under inline. I have to convert to display block level, and then let me give some space around. That's you can give some margin, only top and bottom. I'll give some margin, um, 10 pixels and 0. So top and bottom 10 pixels and left and right is 0. So it is like this. Fine. And then my text box and all. So each text box I have given a class name. What is that is form control. So for each form control, so form control, I'll give some font size, some 18 pixels, and let me give some height some 35 pixels, and let me remove this outline. That's a outline none, no outline, and let me remove the border as well. Just say border none. Okay, and let me increase the width of it. So I can just say width, it was 300, right? So let's make 280. Not okay. 290. Okay, fine. So what else we do is, mm, yeah, let's make some slight rounded corners, or else if you want, you can just leave like that. And what else? The register button, I have to give some styles. Okay, so for register button, I have a class name submit button. Oh, it's not submit button. Let's change this to register. Okay, some class name register button. So what I do is dot register button. I'll give some space around this. I mean margin. Let's make margin some 15 pixels and 0. Yes, let me give some colors. I'll go with the background linear gradient, again 45 degrees, and comma blue violet and deep pink. So it's like that. And let me change the color white. So color white, and increase the font size, 18 pixels. Let me give some space around. It's a padding. Let's make some padding 10 pixels and 25 pixels. Okay, let me keep it. Let me make the increase the width of it. So let's say width around 290 pixels, same as each text boxes. Fine. And I don't need this border. Let me remove the border. Let's say border none. So no border. And let's make some slight box shadow. So box shadow 0, 5 pixels and 10 pixels and black. Yes, you can see the button now. It's fine. And slightly increase the padding around some 12 pixels height. Yes, looks good. Fine. So it's like this. Fine. And here I have to make, if you like this as it is, you can use it. But I want to make some icon here about the register here. So how to add icon is, you can use like this. If you're using font awesome, you can write I tag with a class fa minus user minus user circle. If you give this class name, so that you get the icon, and this class name is given in the font awesome, and you can check the official font awesome website to find out some good icons. But I know some class name for this icon, that is fa user circle. So two class names. So I got an icon, but this icon I want to keep it center and give some styles. So I'll just take the class name, go to style.css. Yeah, here dot circle. Let me increase, I mean the font. I'll use the font size something 80 pixels. Okay, and let me keep that center. So you can say text align center, not applied. because I think, yeah, I tag is comes under inline again. I'll just say display block. But if it is block, okay, let me give some border. So what the border is, let's say border, some 10 pixels solid and some deep pink color border. And let me reduce the width of the border. I'll say width some 80 pixels, and height also I'll make the same 80 pixels. Fine, and I have to make it a full circle. That's a border radius 50% circle, but have to keep it center again. You can do just margin auto. Yeah, it's center. Fine. One last thing is I want this to be little higher the card. Okay, if you want to do that, you can give some negative margin top. Okay, so I have already given margin, so I can give negative margin top minus 50. Okay, or else I'll do one thing, margin top minus 50 pixels. Yes, it is like this, but some problem is there. This color has changed. uh, you can do one thing, um, you can do the color deep pink. Oh, it's not color, then it's a background color. So let's add a background color for this. Yes, looks good. And you want, you can give some nice box shadow if you wish. I'll give some box shadow, 0 0 and just 5 pixels and black, so you get some box shadow. And you can also give some box shadow for this box. Box means here register division. Let me give some box shadow, 0 and 5 pixels, 5 pixels, 10 pixels, and the black. You get some box shadow. That's fine. And this H2 I have to give some gap. See this gap I have to reduce. That's a margin about H2. H2 I can give the margin some 10 pixels only. Yes, it is reduce the margin. Okay, so like this. If you wish, you can make some slight rounded corners for the card and here as well. So you can do that. I'll just make a border radius 5 pixels. So slightly rounded. And you want to make this also slight rounded. So you can do that border radius here as well. So form control, you get all rounded. Okay, but I'll keep with a border radius. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and one last thing, when I keep a cursor, it's called focus. So when I focus, I want some other color. So I'll do one thing, I'll use the eyedropper extension to pick up the exact color. So I'll do one, I'll just select a color from here, and let's make something light color. Yes, I need this color. Let me copy. So whenever I focus, so what focus? Form control. Yeah. So dot form control colon focus. So whenever you focus, the background color I want to be this one. So now when I keep a cursor, you get the background color is like that. Okay. So that's it. We have done the form now. One last thing is I have to apply the animation. So how to apply the animation is, we have already connected the animate.css. So you need to just give the classes of this animate.css. See, I show you. So how to add animations is, you can give animated is the base class which is coming from animate.css. Along with that, extra class you have to give for specific animation. Suppose if I give jello, so it's coming from animate.css, that is jello. So if you give something called swing, you get swing. And there is something called tada, this is tada. And you want to make it zoom in, let's say zoom in, that is zoom in. So you can give any kind of animation. Let's make another something jack in the box is one thing. Okay, so whenever the page loads, so you're gonna get this registration form. Okay, so you can just have a look about some different animations and which shoots you can use it. Okay, so fine. So that's it. um, enough for this video, and thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel, and for the next any other cool videos about CSS and HTML and all other UI technologies. So in the next video we're going to see the next concepts. So thank you.